Hi, I am Sejoni Mitchell, and I am here, of course, to tell you what I have learned throughout this course and what I am taking away with me, right? So, firstly, I must say I was definitely impressed by the vast amount of life lessons that was taught. It was, to me personally, it was a life lesson course and not a theory based course, if you get what I'm saying, right? So I was impressed by how the module can be applied to anybody, your everyday life, and not just typical students at UE learning about a course or preparing themselves for the work world, but just for your everyday life. So there were a few lessons that I have learned, and the first one is right here. Yes, so change is inevitable, definitely undisputed. What I must say is that this was not really a lesson for me, but instead a reminder, because I consider myself a person who is always, looking at the brighter things of life. I am always positive, so being an optimist, you have to accept the fact that change is inevitable, right? And for you to evolve and keep up with the world, you must understand, of course, that change is inevitable. This was the first lesson, life lesson, from management of change. Okay, so life lesson number 2. Yes, you must always consider others, meaning put yourself in those person's shoes that you are trying to implement changes on. So what I have observed with my lecturer that I think was quite commendable is that whenever he was on a specific topic, he did not only say like teach it to the class, he always relate it to himself and say stuff like this doesn't only go for you guys but for myself also. So I think that was pretty good, and from my observation, yes, definitely going out into the world, trying to implement changes, whether in an organization or not only implement change, but if changes is being implemented upon myself, I would definitely think of those persons who are implementing the change and try to understand why, put myself in their position so I can know how to best react to the change and understand, of course, why this change is necessary. But as I said, I hope that that's never a problem for me, because coming from lesson number 1, I understand that of course change is inevitable. But yes, so those are the 2 things I am taking away from this course. 1, change is inevitable, and 2, consider others. Yes.